viewers, welcome to another video. Let's find all the values of x. We have radical x multiplied by root x equals to 3 root 3. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is to write this as a basic sort, and also I'll do the same thing on the right hand side. Okay, now this will be radical x root x squared multiplied by x equals to square root of 3 squared multiplied by 3. Okay, now this is where we can now apply the property a raised to the power of m multiplied by a raised to the power of n, which is a raised to the power of m plus n, power rule for exponent. So this will be radical square root of x raised to the power of 2 plus 1 equals to square root of 3 raised to the power of 2 plus 1. Okay, so that this will be radical square root of x raised to the power of 3 equals to square root of 3 raised to the power of 3. Okay, now we can see that we have the two sides contain square root. So this will what? This will cancel out. That is when we write this to be square root of x cubed raised to the 1/2 equals to 3 cubed raised to the 1/2. So this will cancel out. Okay, then we'll be left with the square root of x cubed equals to 3 cubed. So now let's get rid of the square root, and to do that we're going to what? Square both sides. So squaring both sides. By squaring both sides, we're going to have the square of x cubed equals to square of 3 cubed. Okay, so this will disappear. So this will become x cubed equals to. So now I'm going to switch the exponent in this case. This will be 3 raised to the power of 2, then to the what? Third power. Alright, so we know that 3 raised to the power of 2 is 9. So this will be x cubed minus x cubed equals to 9 raised to the power of 3. So what we do in this case is now we're going to solve for the 3 values of x, and this will be x cubed minus 9 cubed equals to 0. So that means we have to move this to the left hand side. Okay, and that will be x cubed minus 9 cubed equals to 0. So here we have difference of cubes, of 2 cubes. So now using difference of 2 cubes. So we know that for difference of 2 cubes, we have a cubed minus b cubed. This will be a minus b multiplied by a squared plus ab plus b squared. So which means we can say that let a equals to x, or x equals a, and then b equals 9. So we then what? We are going to write x cubed minus 9 cubed as, so now we have x to be equals to a, so which means x minus 9, okay, multiplied by x squared plus 9x plus 81 will be equals to x cubed minus 9 cubed. Okay, but let's not forget that we have x cubed minus 9 cubed equals 0. So we have x minus 9, product of x minus 9 and x squared plus 9x plus 81 equals 0. So we're going to set each of these equals to what? 0. So we have x minus 9 equals 0. And also x squared plus 9x plus 81 equals 0. So we have that x, the first value of x will be will be 9. Okay. Now in this case, we won't be able to factorize this because no two factors of 81 that when added together will give 9. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use quadratic formula. All right, so we have x squared plus 9x plus 81 equals 0. So we have a to be equals to 1. That is, the leading coefficient is 1. So the leading coefficient, when we compare this with the standard quadratic equation, then the value of a will be 1. Then b equals 9 and c equals 81. And we want to use the formula x equals to negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. So let's plug in our values. So we have x equals to, now let's not forget that this is the first value of x. So now we want to find the other two values of x. So this will be equals to, b is 9. So this will be negative 9 plus or minus square root of 9 squared minus 4 times a, which is 1, multiplied by c, which is 81. Okay, which is 81. All right, divided by, this is 2 multiplied by 1, so that x23 will be equals to minus 9, then plus or minus 9 plus or minus square root of 9 squared parentheses 1 minus 4, because 81 is 9 squared all over 2, so that x23 will be equals to negative 9 plus or minus, so the square root of 9 squared is 9, then root 1 minus 4, that will be minus 3 divided by 2. Now let's not forget that when we have negative square root of minus 3, this is same as negative 1 multiplied by square root of negative 1 multiplied by square root of 3. Okay, so and we know that the square root of minus 1 will be represented with imaginary number, which is I. So in this case, x23 will be equals to minus 9 plus or minus 9 root 3i. Okay, divide by 2. Divide by 2. Okay, so that this will be x23 will be negative 9 plus or minus 9 root 3i, okay, 9 root 3i over 2. So x2 is minus 9 plus 9 root 3i divided by 2. x3 equals to minus 9 root 3i divided by 2. So therefore, the three values of x that satisfies this equation, okay, will be, the first one is 9. We have x1 to be equals to 9. Then x2 equals negative 9 plus 9 root 3i over 2. And x3 equals negative 9 minus 9 root 3i over 2. So these are the three values of x that will satisfy this equation. And we've come to the end of this tutorial. The noblest pleasure is the joy of understanding. Bye-bye.